Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel. And today we're going to be talking about an older product, but one that I think doesn't get the recognition it deserves, especially about how good it is right now currently as everything is getting more digital and digitized and QR codes are becoming even more prominent in our day-to-day lives. And of course I'm talking about QR Genie by Salim, an illusionist. This is essentially a QR code type effect that will allow you to reveal things on your actual real page, whether it's kind of your digital website or your digital business card, up for you to choose. We're going to unpack all of that right after the intro. Perfect. So decide to stick around, which means you want to learn more about QR Genie. So what is QR Genie? As I mentioned previously, QR Genie is an app that will allow your spectator to scan a QR code that will bring them to your essentially digital web page. So it's kind of your digital business card where you can link your YouTube channels, your Instagrams, your LinkedIns, your Event Active profiles, your Gig Salad profiles. If you are really famous, your Wikipedia pages, your videos, whatever you want, you can link onto that page. But then also at the bottom, you will be able to reveal either pieces of written information, either pieces that are literally images. So if someone's thinking of a tiger, you can have a picture of a tiger, or video. So you can also reveal things through video feeds on that page. And essentially, there's not really much of a point in me performing this because there's not much to perform. But essentially, the way that I perform this the most is paired up with the Sign by Liam Montier. That's a product that I'm going to be reviewing next week. But essentially, I have someone think of their horoscope, of their star sign. I then proceed to do the Sign by Liam Montier with the presentation of saying, I always carry around 2 decks with me, and in the morning I switch them up, and then, I get a feeling of the horoscope of the day, and I get a feeling of someone that day that I want to perform this to, and I hope that it's going to work. I do it, and of course, it's going to be the only different back in the bunch, but I say, you may be thinking that that was just random luck, but it's not, because actually every single morning I post the horoscope that I'm getting the feeling from on my actual website here. Then I take out the business card, I have the QR code printed on the business card, I have them scan it, they scan the QR code, they get to my page, and then at the bottom of the page, there's going to be horoscope of the day, and it's going to be their full horoscope. So a page from like a magazine or a newspaper or a website that gives them their full horoscope for the respective day. And that is using QR Genie in the second phase to make their routine a bit better. That's what I use QR Genie for, but there's multitude of other things you can use QR Genie for, which is what we're going to unpack now. So yes, you can use QR Genie to do horoscopes. That is already implemented in the actual app that you receive. We're going to talk about all the features later on, but it's implemented in the app that you receive. Additionally, what's implemented in the app that you receive is playing cards. So you're going to be able to have playing cards. They're already all programmed to give you every single card that you need in the app. And then you also have ESP symbols that are programmed in the app. So if you're doing like an ESP matchup, and then at the end you have, because of how the routine works, that at the end you both have the same card, you can easily say, look, let's put that to the side because I feel that's going to be important. You remember at the start I told you that I'm going to get a feeling, that I got a feeling this morning of an important sign. We'll come back to that. You place it to the side. You do the rest of your reveals on the table, and then you reveal the last one to show a match. But you say, it's not only a match, it's actually what I knew was going to happen before it even happened, because you're going to have them scan your QR code. They go to the page, and then at the end is going to be, I knew that at the end we will both end with circle or whatever you want, right? So there's a lot of ways that you can use it with ESP symbols as well, but those are pre-programmed things that you can use as an image, as a text, or as a video to reveal the information. But that doesn't mean that's all that you can do with actual QR Genie. Another thing that you could do with QR Genie is have kind of words or phrases or thought of things appear on the actual page. So for example, if you integrate this with other apps that are very well known, you can have, for example, someone search up a word, and then you can have that word appear in your page as an image, more likely. So for example, if you're asking someone, think of any animal, they're going to think of it, they're going to write it down, and then when they open your page, is going to be an image of, for example, a tiger, if that's what they're thinking of. You can have them think of a toy, of whatever. You can have essentially almost anything, a flag also. You can have them think of a country or a place they've always wanted to visit. And then when they're going to go, on your QR code, it's going to reveal essentially the place that they wanted to go or travel to, right? So there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this and a bunch of different things that you can do. But personally, for me, I just really like the simplicity of the already built-in the astrology presentation. It matches very well with the routine I do anyway. So that's the way that I use it. But as you can see, there's a multitude of different things that you could do with QR Genie. Now that you know what it is completely, let's talk about where you buy this, how much does it cost, and what do you get. So you can buy this directly from illusionist.com. It's going to set you back 40 USD, which is around 55-ish Canadian dollars. And what you get with your purchase is twofold. One, you are going to get the app that you're going to install on your phone. That app, you're going to be able to set up your QR code. You're going to be able to set up your link, because you don't need your QR code only. You could just have a link. So you can tell someone, I'll send you a text message, and boom. Or you can say, look, on my Instagram, there's actually the link to my webpage. Can you click on it? They're going to click on your Instagram link, and that's going to bring them to the website. So they're going to teach you how to make your own link, but also your own QR codes. You can customize your QR codes. Everything is built in the app. Then the app, you have all the features in it and all the accessibility settings. You can tweak it. You can add integrations, whatever you want with the app. And then you're also going to get a video. And the video is going to be with Salim explaining to you how to set things up through different smaller videos, performance-wise, how every effect works, how all the features work. Everything is really well explained and really well done. Now, the only thing that you have to keep in mind if you want to perform this, as I said, if you want to just put the link in your Instagram and have them go there and click it and add followers that way to yourself, you can do it. But if you want it as a QR code, these are not the actual cards that I use. This is something that I've used kind of, up until I'm getting my new ones, but I've actually made a new set of business cards, 500 of them for $20 on Vistaprint. And I'm essentially going to use those. They have a QR code implemented in the design that I could use for the reveal. But you can do this as I did it. You can just have it printed on a blank piece of paper, have it like that. You can print it as a sticker and have it on the back of your phone case. You can have it as your screensaver. You can have it as an image in your camera roll. Essentially, you can have the QR code anywhere that you want, but keep in mind that if you want it on your business cards, for example, you will have to design special business cards if that is something that you want. I know there's also the option to design now plastic business cards that can have a design, so you can have your QR code on a plastic business card, that you can also have an NFC chip and tap different things to move people to your other websites as well. So it's called like a smart card. It's around $30, I believe. And you can just print one of those, and instead of giving the cards out as souvenirs or all the time, you can just have that one card with you for this effect and for your other business ventures, since it integrates everything into one. So that's something that you can have as well to keep mind of. Just know that you will need to either have the link somewhere for the spectator to access your page, or the QR code somewhere as well, logically, but I am mentioning that from the start. So now that you know all this, how easy is QR Genie to do? Well, QR Genie is relatively easy to do. Most of the inputs are done covertly, so they're not done in the open. For example, in the routine that I perform, I do the first phase. And then essentially as I, go and I say, look, we're going to actually go here to my Instagram. You know what? Let's do something else. Go to this. And I show them a picture of my QR code. They scan it on the phone, and that brings them to the page with all the reveals. So difficulty wise, it's almost as any app where you have to input something covertly. So as you're taking your phone out, you're going to input it. If you have your phone on your lap, you can input it directly and not even have the phone in play. If you have someone helping you, that's going to help you do it faster as well. So overall, the difficulty is not that hard. It's very simple. Again, depending on the routines that you do, what you want to pair it with is going to change the difficulty levels. If you want to do like a really insanely hard gambling routine and then show that you predicted the card that they were going to end with at the end of the gambling routine, that's going to be more difficult because of the handling that you do, but not because of the app. Because the app itself is relatively easy to use, and as with all Salim apps, it is rather intuitive in more ways than you may think. Now let's talk about practicality. So how practical is this to perform? This is very practical. All you need is your phone. So as long as you have your phone in your pocket, which we all do, you will be able to perform this effect without any issues and without any problems. In terms of reset, it is basically an instant reset. In terms of inspectability, your web page is fully inspectable. It is a legit web page with legit links that brings them to your actual pages. So it's a fully legit website. In terms of kind of reset, the reset is instant. In terms of angles, the angles for the effect are 180, depending if you have a helper, depending what routine you do. If you do it seated, standing up, etc., it can be 180 to 360. And in terms of table, you do not need a table to perform this. You just need your app and some internet. So keep in mind, this is again something that needs internet on both your phone and your spectator's phone in order to perform it. So now that you know this, what is the actual places that you can perform QR Genie? So QR Genie can be performed anywhere, close up, table hopping, walk around. I think it's a perfect routine for that because it increases your social presence as well. And if you have your QR code on your business card, when you have them scan the QR code, you can then give them your card and you tell, look, you can keep that or whatever you want. Or if you do it with the link on your Instagram, you can tell them, look, if I'm right, do you mind giving me a follow? You know, then you can have them do it and then they'll follow you back. So it's very easy to increase your internet presence with this. So anywhere cocktail mingle settings, it is absolutely great. But you can also use this if you want as more of a stage routine. So you can have, you know, if you someone that does phone magic and you have like a screen where you can project something, you can ask someone, look, we're going to go to my website, and you can see at the bottom of the website, and you do like a video prediction that you put there that you can show your spectators kind of like a confabulation routine if you want, or part of a confabulation routine that you've revealed part of the information. You can use this as well to do something like that. But more specifically, I think this is better for close-up kind of mingle settings rather than the bigger stages. So I would just use it when you actually have people that you can hand things to and that they could do things, you know, close around with everyone around so that they can see what is happening. I think it's better for those scenarios. So now that we've said all of that, what are the positives and negatives of QR Genie? In terms of negatives, the only negative here is that this is an app that will require internet. So that is always something that I mention, is that if you go in another country or anything like that and you don't have internet connection and the event doesn't have internet connection, you will not be able to perform this. Same for your spectators. Not everyone has internet. So if they don't have internet or they ran out of gigs for the month and they can't, you know, open your page, well, you're out of luck. But apart from that, that is the only negatives that I have. In terms of positives, one, it is very easy to use. It has a ton of built-in features. It's a very intricate app. It's practical. You can perform it in a lot of places. It increases your following. It's nice that you have multiple reveals, whether it's images or actual you know, videos. It's nice to have that. It's nice that you can link pretty much any website that you want. So anything that you exist online in your online presence, you can link on that web page. It's also nice that you have ways to do it with a link. If you want on your website, just them going to the link, or with the QR code, it's nice to have that as well. It's nice that you can customize your QR code and put it anywhere that you want. Stickers, phone case, in a camera roll, on your business cards, wherever. It's nice to have all those features, and it's nice to have this app that you can just use whenever, you know, at a moment's notice, even without any trick beforehand. But it's also nice you can put other tricks and use this as a reveal for your other tricks by also, you know, growing kind of your internet presence through it as well, which is very nice. But having said all of this, would I recommend QR Genie and what do I give it out of 10? If you're someone that wants to build themselves kind of a digital business card, a digital web space where you can actually do reveals as well, I think this is excellent and you will love it. I think it's just nice to have that reveal, whether you're a card magician or a mentalist. There's a ton of applications you can use. So yes, I do recommend QR Genie. And what am I giving it out of 10? Because it's a complete app and has everything ready to go from the start. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. It is fantastic. It's easy to use, and it's also on both iPhone and Android, which is a perk and a bonus as well. So 9 on 10 for me for QR Genie, and that's all I have to say. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in my next review. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If not, see you then. Bye bye.